Okay, let's talk about this today. Let's talk about projection and why it's important to be really aware of projection. Okay, let me talk about what I mean by projection. Have you noticed that those people that call other people snowflakes are snowflakes? That those people that tell other people to do their research haven't done their research, and those people that tell other people not to be sheep are being sheep. We often do this. We project the thing that we are onto others. It happens all the time, and I've got a challenge for you in a second around that to look at your own projections. So what projections do is they give us insight about the way we think and we most likely feel about ourselves. And that's important, and we need to be aware of that. All right, let's go straight to that challenge now. What is it that you project on others? Let me actually get personal for a second and give you my own experience. I would think of others as being lazy. And the reason why I thought that, irrespective of whether they were being lazy or not, the reason why I used that specific projection, that specific lens, is I didn't want to be thought of as being lazy, and I feared that I was being lazy. So by challenging other people's work ethic, what I was trying to do is actually challenge my own work ethic. And when I became aware of that I was actually projecting on others, that lens I was looking through, are they hardworking enough? Do they have the ethic? That was the lens I wanted to apply to myself. And I had doubt. Like someone who calls someone else a snowflake, they have doubts that they've been a snowflake themselves. They have doubts that they haven't done the research when they tell others to do the research. And when I was projecting on others that they weren't working hard enough, I had doubts, and rightly so, that I wasn't working hard enough. Because do you know what? I wasn't. I wasn't working hard enough. I expected more from myself, and that's okay. That's okay. But I was projecting because I wasn't living up to my own expectations. So I'm really aware now. If I project something on someone else, I start to look at that and internalize that and ask what that's saying about me. What thoughts do I have in my mind? What self-evaluation might be going on, which is why I'm looking through that lens, because it's that self-evaluation that comes first. The fact that I wasn't happy with my work ethic put it front of mind, whether consciously or subconsciously. It was front of mind, which is why I was looking through that lens at other people. Were they working hard enough? Did they have a sustained work ethic? I was looking through that lens because that was the very thing that was sitting in my mind. Now, I can't tell you whether that was in my conscious mind or my subconscious. I suspect it was my subconscious, because it was only through asking myself, why am I projecting this on others so frequently, that I started to consciously realize, that it was me really, in a way, projecting to myself, or projecting myself to others. Now, I'm not going to say that when you project on others, especially those people that call other people snowflakes, or to do the research, or not be a sheep, I'm not saying that they're being clever. They're probably not. Probably not the smartest at times, because when you use those projections, it's a crutch for doing the work yourself, for having the full understanding yourself, for evaluating yourself, because that takes courage, right? When you evaluate yourself, you start to realize, you start to see the ugly things. Ugly. No, I won't say ugly in terms of ugly behaviors, but I'll say ugly because most people don't have ugly behaviors. We all want to support each other. That's the reason why I make these videos. Because the things I've learned, I think, can help other people. So when I say ugly, I don't mean ugly in terms of they are bad behaviors or negative to other people or something like that. I say ugly because they're not what you want. So when I refer to my behaviors as ugly behaviors, again, I'm not saying that they're criminal, or that's not my definition of ugly. that the criminal or that the cruel or anything like that. I say ugly because they're not what I want. That's not what I want. I don't want to be known of or known as someone who has a poor work ethic. I'm not talking about other people's evaluation. I'm talking about my evaluation on myself. So, be really clear on why you're projecting certain things on others and what it says about yourself. Take that opportunity, that's my challenge, to listen to what you're accusing other people of, or what you're classifying other people of, or what you're surmising other people have been. And take the moment to flick that around and take that lens and apply it to yourself. And what you might find, as I did, is it was actually me feeling uncomfortable about that very thing when I applied it to me. Because my work ethic goes a long way to substantiating who I am in my own mind, to validating my performance. If I'm working hard, then I'm feeling better about things. And that's why I think for some of us, maybe for most of us, procrastination is such a horrible thing. Because it's not just the not doing anything, it's the not doing anything and knowing that we should be, but it's other things that are stopping us from not doing it. So it's not the not doing it, it's the lack of courage because we're not doing it, or the worry we're not going to get it perfect that leads to the not doing it. It's not the not doing it, it's the thing that leads to the not doing it that makes it so unpalatable. So when we procrastinate, it's not the not doing it, it's the reason why we're not doing it that makes us feel so bad. Anyway, that's a video for another time. I want to just share, when I make these videos, just one thought each time. Because I think that's best, that we just focus on one thing. Now, that said, there might be other videos where I go on a 40-minute collage of ideas and cover a whole lot of things. Now, I don't need you to follow any of this advice. I don't need that. I need to follow this advice. So that's the core reason why I make these videos. But only you know whether or not you need to follow this advice. And that's probably the single most important thing in these videos. Do you need to follow this advice to be a better person, to perform better, and to make life easier for yourself? That's it. All right. Catch you in the next one. Let's roll.